Hi everyone, welcome back to 10 minutes English conversation practice with me. Here I take up topics which are used in our daily life conversation and I pick up my conversations with people and I talk about them so that you can either speak with me, repeat after me, shadow with me, or you can take my idea or collect some more ideas, collect your own ideas and start speaking on your own on that topic. And since you will be talking about daily English conversation topics or the topics which are used in their daily life conversations, so it will be easier for you. You will be in practice speaking on those and it will be easier for you to go out and speak with others in English on those topics. So it will make your learning quick and easy and it will be effortless for sure. Try doing this at least for a month and see the difference. Today I'm going to talk about an incident which has recently happened to me, which was quite strange, and I'm going to discuss about that. You can also talk about any incident which you found to be strange or funny or good or bad, and you can talk about it. On that note, guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm your communications coach and a soft skill trainer by profession, and I'm here to help you out with all your communications problems and to help you speak English fluently and confidently. Follow my advice and see the difference. So guys, today I'm going to talk about a very recent incident which has happened to me and I felt it quite strange. But then, of course, these kind of incidents happen to us and we get in a situation where we don't know what to do, right? We are a little scared. We are a little, not very sure about what is happening. So let's break the suspense now and let's get started. So recently I went out for some work. I went there and while I was returning, I remembered that I have to take out some cash. I had to give it to somebody, so I wanted to take out the cash. So my husband also called me and reminded me that, just to take out some cash and so that we can pay the vendor. And I know it's all digital now. Everybody has a UPI and everything. But then probably this guy didn't had that. He wanted some cash. So we also prefer cashless transactions. But then there were some issues with him. So he asked us to pay in cash. So while I was returning, so I stopped at the ATM near my place. And I went inside one ATM. It was not working. The other one was somebody else was there. So I asked the person whether that ATM is working and he said, yes, it's working. So I was like, I waited for some time. They came out and then they said, no, this is also out of order. I was like, oh God, now what to do? So when I got to know that it's not working, I was quite disheartened. I was like, oh God, what to do next? It was very urgent. I have to pay that vendor and I think he was waiting at my place. So I thought of then, I have to go back again and, get some other ATM because that was urgent. I had to anyways take out some cash. So luckily, I just thought of asking somebody. There was a security guard sitting at one of the ATMs. I just casually asked him that the ATMs are not working here. So what is the problem? So he said, he told about his ATM that this ATM is not working. I don't know about the other one. And then he said there is another third ATM just behind this, just behind the building. So you can just try there. So I was not aware of that one. So I got to know that there's one more ATM. So I was quite happy about it. I started looking forward to it. And then I went there. And it was working luckily and I was very happy and I took the cash out and I was coming out of the ATM and this couple came in. Like they were in their 60s and they entered the ATM and I was going out and they entered the ATM. But as I went out, this man called me. Like he called me and said that, can you please help me with this? I want to take out some cash. Can you please help me with this? I heard him and then I was very confused that, in this age, people know how to take out money, right? Every single person in a village also, town also, everywhere, small cities also, they all know how to, take out money from an ATM. So I was a little confused whether this is a scam or something because you don't know, right? There's a lot of scam also happens, right? You don't know whether you'll get inside and you'll just try to help somebody and they will snatch your bag and go away with it, or probably they'll ask me to take out more money and give it to them. I don't know, I was little confused. I was very, I was little scared. I don't know whether to believe them or not. I tried coming up with some excuse. So I said, see, I'm sorry, uncle, I am in a hurry right now. So can you please ask somebody else if somebody else can help you? So there will be some security guard or somebody. And then he replied to me saying that there's nobody, it's just you. So if you can help me out. And this auntie was also there and she said, okay, madam, please help us now. And I was like, what to do? I was so confused. I was like, I don't know if I'm going to get, into a scam or something. Then there was just an instinct which came to me and, I just thought of helping them. So what I did was I asked, this auntie was at the door. She was holding the door and I was like, why she's holding the door? So I was like, auntie, can you please keep the door open? Please don't close it. I just said that to her and she started smiling. And she opened the door. She was opening the door and standing there. And I was also standing near the door. I didn't get inside. I was just standing there at the door and I said, okay, I'll tell you. So he said, okay. So he inserted the card and I told him like, press yes, no, and whatever was there. Then came the pin. I said, uncle, please put your pin there. So he put the pin and then the amount was asked. So I told him that you have to put the amount. Then he put the amount there. And the time he put the amount, I said, uncle, now cash will come out. You just take your cash, take your card and you can go. And I rushed out immediately. I was laughing later on when I came and told my husband that I did this and I couldn't believe that I was so scared. I wanted to help them also. I was scared also whether I would, get trapped in a scam or something. So the time he entered the amount, I just told him immediately, uncle, the money will come out, take out the cash and then you can take out your card and then you can go. And I'm going, bye. I said that I ran away from there. So guys, these things happen to all of us, right? We don't know whether, somebody is genuine or not. Somebody is genuinely asking for help or not. We don't know. And in this age where everything is so much, everybody uses all these things so easily. And if somebody comes and says that, I don't know how to use it. So you get a doubt, right, in your mind that whether you should help or not. Because you never know, you can get into a trap. And ATMs, and there was no security guard in the ATM, and that area was also like, I was there at 3-4 o'clock, so there was not much rush there, but it's pretty a running place, so people come and go. But then you never know, you get little scared of all these things. So that is why immediately when he asked me for help, immediately this thing came to me, whether I'm going to get in a trap, whether these people are genuine or not. So but then immediately an instinct came into me and I just thought of helping them. And then with precautions, I took precautions. I asked the auntie to hold the door open and I instructed him everything and then I ran away from there. So that was the incident which was very funny, which was scary, and which was something which was very strange also, which has happened to me. So I just thought of sharing this with you. At times, some incidences are very strange actually. There are lots of people you meet on the streets, nowadays this has become a business sort of at traffic lights and on streets. There are lots of small kids who come around you and ask for that, they're hungry and they want food and all those things. So we are very confused whether to help them or not. Because it has happened, like there are lots of stories about it. I have never witnessed all these things, so I don't prefer giving them anything. So we have heard about stories like, when you give something to them and then they start fainting and, they start telling people that, there was something in the food, right? So, and that is a scam basically. So their guys will come in, they'll ask money from you, they will extort money from you. So this is a business scam which has come up lately. So in these situations, we are very confused whether to help or not. If a kid comes and asks us like, I am hungry, I want to eat something, give me something to eat. So it gets very difficult. If you have a packet of biscuit, if you have a packet of cake or anything with you, or chocolate also with you, it gets very difficult to decide whether to give that to the kid, right? So what I prefer is I give some money. If somebody comes in and I feel that, this child or kid looks really, hungry or really needs something, so I give money to them. That if it is a scam also, if that is a business also, nothing will happen to me at least. And if it is a genuine person, then he can go and buy something and eat something at least. So that is one thing. So these things are very, difficult to decide at times. These are very strange incidents which happens. So I think, feeding people is something which, if you know somebody, then only you feed them, right? Give them something which you have. Otherwise, what you can do is you can just give money and get out of the way, so that, there's no harm. You will not be harmed, or there's no harm in, and the person also asking will also get benefited anyways. So these are the incidents which happen very rarely. But then, yes, nowadays it's very difficult to trust people. It's very difficult to help people. I think when you know somebody and you help them, that is better. So I prefer helping, my house help, people who are working with me, or house help, or I know somebody at my hometown that, yeah, they are genuine people and they really need help. So I prefer, giving money or clothes or food or anything of that sort, helping them in any way. I prefer giving it to them rather, giving things to people on street who are asking for food or money or anything else. So I prefer that. And if somebody is selling something, and a very old person is selling something, or a very old woman is selling something, or a very old man is selling something, and they at traffic lights they sell flowers, or small toys or balloons or anything else, if somebody is selling something, or they're handicapped or they're very old age, so I prefer buying and giving them money in return. So that is also something which you can do. That is, there's no harm in that. That is not something which is a scam. So that is something which we can help people outside. So that is also one thing we can do. So guys, these are some incidences which, we all feel like, whether to help or not, whether to go ahead and do something or not. So I prefer doing these things. And one more thing which has happened to me is, long back, this is a long time story. I was crossing the road. I was, I wanted to cross the road. So I was standing at one side of the road and I started crossing the road, and suddenly I saw an old woman. She wanted to cross the road, and she immediately held my hand, right? And when I turned back, I saw this old woman holding my hand. So I asked her whether she wanted to cross the road, and she said, yes, I want to cross the road. So what I did was, and then I helped her to cross the road. So these things also happen. Suddenly somebody, holds you, you get a little scared, like, why? What is she doing? Or what is he doing? Right? But there are genuine people also at times who really needs help. So you can decide, you can judge. Of course, we all have this intuition or sixth sense when we can sense that, right? That lady needed help. And she held my hand, and I was very surprised, like, who is holding my hand? And I immediately turned back. I was just about to cross the road and immediately looked back, and she was holding my hand. And then I understood, looking at the situation, I asked her that she wanted to cross the road, and she said yes. So I was like, okay, fine. So I helped her to cross the road. So that was another incident which has happened to me, which was also a little strange. I think at times helping people also makes you very happy, feel content and happy. So see if you can help people like this and make their life also happier. So guys, you also might have witnessed such experiences, right? Strange, good, bad, difficult situations, surprising situations, problematic situations. You must have faced all these kind of situations. Come up with a short description of that. Come up with a short description of that. Come up with the conversation that you had with that person, right? And add something, why you felt surprised, or why you felt happy, why you felt bad or good, or any other expression what you felt about the problem. So you can just talk about that and then you are good to go. So guys, these are incidents we share, right? We share with people when we talk to them. So that is why I have started taking up these kind of topics, and these things have actually happened to me. That is why I'm speaking with you, so that I know these things happen with all of us. And if we speak about it, if we get in practice about speaking all these things on all these topics, it will be much, much, much easier for us to go out and speak with others in English. So practice is the key, guys. Keep practicing and keep speaking. Never stop. See you. Bye-bye.